Anybody else?
Yes, I have a question. This is a bit basic, but I'm just interested in what was the thing that sort of made you start writing poetry? Was it a feeling? Was it something you saw that inspired you?
Well, there's two. Right, how can I put this? Right, what happened? Poetry just happens to be the particular form of communication at this particular moment in time. But I started writing because when I was 16, 17, and I was at college, friend of mine called Kerry Wilson, blonde hair, very, very skinny, and I'd only see him every once in a while, and when I saw him, we'd play chess. I'd just say, hello, how's it going? He'd say, fine, and we'd just get on. And then one day he didn't turn up. And then I said, why? What happened? He said, he's dead. I was like, what? He said he had cystic fibrosis. And this was back in the 80s. They didn't have the treatments they have now. So, and, you know, I went to his funeral, and then his mum gave me a big hug. And she said, because Kerry was in and out of hospital all the time, he made very few friends. I was his best friend because I actually spent the time to talk to him and play chess with him. And so, you know, the family were very embracing of me. And from that moment, I'd always written a lot. Thoughts, actions, what I want to do, everything, every notes, and kept everything, because if just saying hello for, you know, when having a brief conversation can have that impact on somebody who's like, okay, you don't know what people are going through. You don't know what's happening in their lives. You don't know your few words, your few lines, your short poem could have an amazing impact on somebody's life. So I didn't actually know that I was his best friend until I went to the funeral. And then the other thing is that, okay, he had cystic fibrosis. He knew, he would have known for many years that his life expectancy wasn't going to be all that. You know, at that time, you know, cystic fibrosis, you're out of here, you know, if you make it to, you know, early 20s, you know, you've had a good run. So he knew he was going to have a long life, but still he turned up to college. Still. So that's like, okay, if people are if he's like that, then I have no excuses for, no matter what I've been through, what I'm going to go through, for, you know, putting in the work. Because, you know, I don't know what one word of mine is going to affect somebody's life. I don't know what word of mine can change somebody's day. I don't know what word of mine can change the direction of somebody's life. What word of mine could give somebody that levity, could prevent them from doing something to themselves, or just making their day just like, oh yeah, wow. That's it.